This is James from GameFront with our walkthrough of Fallout New Vegas' DLC, Lonesome Road. We're starting this up in the video. I didn't know we were starting here, but it ends up being a lot of great story. This is what provides the context to all the awesome action. So please watch and enjoy.
There you are. You went quiet for a time, and that signal came in strong from your machine, like a heartbeat. Made your way through old world towns, the tunnels that join them, now the high road. For all you've seen behind you, there's worse along this stretch. Death claws hunt the marked men, and they also hunt what burrows below.
What burrows below?
Predators that make their own roads beneath the ground.
I've met
here.
them.
Divide broke their sky, showed them the world above, and the scent of new prey. Be a slower death for the Mojave than bombs and fire, but they'll come for its people, from where they least expect, below.
Well, I apparently have enough to say this.
Makes sense. Truth favors that. Matches the history of this place. Were signs they were here for a long time. Before marked men. Before what happened to the divide cracked their sky. If so, they were buried deep. Might have been born the day America's embers started to settle. Seen worse things twisted by radiation.
Awesome. Just got 72 points there. Yeah, I've never seen... Well, actually, that's a lie. I saw the
They'll
tunnelers.
start emerging throughout the Mojave in time. Might be years. Probably less. They breed fast, hunt in groups. More than enough to bring down the strongest in the Mojave.
Not true.
Once they draw blood. Seen them tear apart death claws. Death claw might get some, but the rest will swarm it, tear it apart, like Denver hounds.
I don't know if we're talking about the same tunnelers I just destroyed with my machete. Or it's not a machete, it's the Blade of the West. Strange masks and blades, yes, I
They
agree.
bear false versions of Legate Beneus's masks, the one Caesar fashioned for him. Thought it was an insult at first. No better now. It's shaped from divide metal, not with care and strength, but with hate. Keeps them anchored. Crude, effective, like the blades they carry. Distant mirrors of their legate. A symbol they can hold on to, while the divide tears at them.
Oh. Yeah, there was those...
For the two-headed bear, NCR, they don't have symbols in the same way Legion does. They revere their mines and explosives, guns. That is their religion. Death from afar. Take pride in it.
Yeah, they were fighting side by side.
Makes for strange allies. The hate the bear and bull shared across the battlefield, now turned against the divide. Few survived. Intact. Many NCR were already here when the destruction happened, keeping the route east open in fear of Caesar, fear of the Legion.
What?
The why of it, Hoover Dam. The bear, NCR, couldn't be allowed to reach it easily. Long 15, Cayman, both bad enough. Kimball, Kaiser, House. You'd think their whole world was that wall, cutting the Colorado. If I'd never laid eyes on it, never spoke of it. But once found, it was all Caesar could see. That, and the flag beyond it, another symbol, big enough to challenge him. And the divide, one of the roads to it. Legion was tasked with cutting that artery. If you can't kill the bear in one stroke, bleed it, starve it. That kind of murder. It's what any of the Legion would have done. Now, the divide belongs to history.
All right, I need to know. Where does it lead?
The high road lies Ashton. It's Silo. That machine I'm with you, it can open it, wake it up, like it did the one in Hopeville.
You have a lot of hate for the robot with me. I can hear it in your voice. Yeah, I actually...
Hate? No. There's nothing to hate in metal, steel, gold, or platinum. You're a machine. It's just a tool, made of wreckage of the divide. All that was brought here.
Okay. This road leads nowhere. There's nothing in the divide. I've never been here before. At least not from this road. I don't know. I've never been here before.
Many in the Mojave think the divide's nothing but canyon and storm. Wasn't always. There was life. A town farther west. Not talking about an old world town like Hopeville. More recent. Something you saw in your lifetime.
Oh.
It had the name, the divide, too. But rather than cracks in the earth, it was a road from the west into the Mojave, a supply line. Took a courier to make that road. You. Back then, you saw the road with eyes facing east. This time, the divide's in the other direction. And if your eyes try to make sense of it when you reach it, home's not what it was.
Whoa, what makes you think this
All
leads
roads
home?
lead back to one's home. Not your birthplace, maybe, but home. Home isn't where you were born into this world. You taught me that. Part of your message, whether you meant it or not, can be a place of mind, a moment where you know who you are, the history of it, and they can be places you breathe life into. Never would have known the divide had it not been for you. The road you made with your tracks again and again. You were the only one willing to make the journey to and from here. A hard road. Kept the land before the divide alive through seasons, storms. Can't have been just a job. Was something more to you. Don't feel for a place that hard unless it's home.
I've walked a lot of words. Doesn't mean anything. You're crazy. Your head's messed up worse than the divide. Whatever you believe happened, you have it wrong. Yeah, that's true. It doesn't mean anything to me.
Everything. Even if you deny it, cast it aside. That speaks to what you are. Proves what happened here. It was you walking that road that kept the divide alive. It grew from what you did. Settlers, camps, filling that old world city. Chance for a new nation, new beginning, new way of thinking. Could have breathed new life into the Mojave, bridging east, west, like Hoover Dam. But not old world. Something you made. Road was a supply line.
Maybe you should just tell me.
NCR saw the worth in that road you made. Staked a claim, whether it was wanted there or not. True elsewhere in the Mojave. And where the bear tries to cling to life, the Legion comes, bearing messages. Some brought by blade, what was coming, as sure as I know what's coming for you. This time you carry the burden. Walk west into the sun and keep walking until it dies. There, I'll be waiting.
Wow. I don't know what that's supposed to mean. But I'll tell you what I do mean is we're going to wrap this video up right here. That was a lot of talking done. But thank you for sticking through it and getting some story. That way all this action makes sense. Alright, thanks for watching. Don't forget to